What is the highest level of cognitive domain? A. Synthesis. B. Analysis. C. Evaluation. D. Comprehension. The answer is evaluation. The mechanism to determine the worth of a thing is called A. Evaluation. B. Measurement. C. Assessment. D. None of these. The answer is evaluation. Which of the following is at the highest level of hierarchy? A. Evaluation. B. Application. C. Understanding. D. Analysis. The answer is evaluation. In cognitive domain, the uppermost level of learning is called A. Evaluation. B. Synthesis. C. Evaluation analysis. D. Application. The answer is evaluation. Knowing, memorizing, and recalling is concerned with A. Comprehension. B. Application. C. Knowledge. D. None of these. The answer is knowledge. Taxonomy of educational objectives was presented in A. 1947. B. 1975. C. 1956. D. 1976. The answer is 1956. The classification of cognitive domain was presented by which of the following scientist? A. Benjamin Bloom. B. Skinner. C. Simpson. D. Krathwohl. The answer is Benjamin Samuel Bloom. Cognitive domain has how many subgroups? A. 3. B. 5. C. 4. D. 6. The answer is 6. The affective domain was classified by which of the following scientists? A. Benjamin Samuel Bloom. B. Krathwohl. C. Simpson. D. Bummer. The answer is Krathwohl. The bottommost level of learning in cognitive domain is called A. Comprehension. B. Knowledge. C. Application. D. Synthesis. The answer is knowledge. To grasp the meaning of the material is called A. Comprehension. B. Application. C. Knowledge. D. None of these. The answer is comprehension. To use previous learned material in new conditions and situation is called A. Comprehension. B. Application. C. Knowledge. D. Analysis. The answer is D. None of these. Affective domain is divided into how many subgroups? A. 4. B. 5. C. 8. D. 10. The answer is 5. To break down material into modules to identify its organizational structure is called A. Comprehension. B. Application. C. Synthesis. D. Analysis. The answer is analysis. To put ideas together to form a new whole is called A. Analysis. B. Synthesis application. C. Evaluation. The answer is evaluation. To know the value of material is called A. Analysis. B. Evaluation. C. Application. D. Knowledge. The answer is evaluation. Which domain is concerned with physical movement and practice of the motor skill areas? A. Cognitive domain. B. Psychomotor domain. C. Affective domain. D. Evaluative domain. The answer is psychomotor domain. What is the focus of cognitive domain? A. Physical and motor skills. B. Attitudes and interests. C. Intellectual skills. D. None of above. The answer is intellectual skills. Which of the following is the lowest level of learning in affective domain? A. Responding. B. Attending. C. Valuing. D. Organizing. The answer is attending. Which of the following can be placed at the highest level of learning in affective domain? A. Characterization. B. Responding. C. Organization. D. Affective domain. The answer is characterization. Commitment to attend to particular phenomenon can be considered as A. Valuing. B. Responding. C. Attending or receiving. D. Organization. The answer is attending or receiving. Carrying together different values into a consistent value system is considered as A. Attending or receiving. B. Responding. C. Valuing. D. Organization. The answer is attending or receiving. In which of the following affective domain focuses on adoption of a value system as a part of lifestyle? A. Responding. B. Valuing. C. Characterization. C. Both A and B. The answer is characterization. The intellectual skills can be reflected by which of the following domains? A. Psychomotor domain. B. Affective domain. B. Physical domain. C. Cognitive domain. The answer is cognitive domain. Attitudes, values, and interests can be reflected by which of the following domains? A. Cognitive domain. B. Evaluative domain. C. Affective domain. D. Psychomotor domain. The answer is affective domain. Regarding solo taxonomy, one side of a task is understood in which of the following levels? A. Extended abstract level. B. Multistructural level. C. Relation level. D. Unistructural level. The answer is unistructural level. Two or more aspects are understood in which of the following? A. Unistructural level. B. Relational level. C. Multistructural level. D. Extended abstract level. The answer is multistructural level. In which of the following levels integration is developed between two or more aspects? A. Unistructural level. B. Relational level. C. Multistructural level. D. Extended abstract level. The answer is relational level. Solo taxonomy credit goes to A. Bloom. B. Krathwohl. C. Biggs and Collis. D. Simpson. The answer is Biggs and Collis. Students are passive in which of the following methods? A. Project method. B. Lecture method. C. Discovery method. D. Inquiry method. The answer is lecture method. We can divide educational objectives into how many domains? A. 8. B. 4. C. 3. D. 5. The answer is 3. Symposium is a type of which of the following methods? A. Discovery method. B. Lecture method. C. Discussion method. D. Demonstration method. The answer is discussion method.